Hi, awesome Osprey kindergartners. Today is day 2 of our research project where we are trying to answer the question, who was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Now, what you're going to need for today's lesson and for the rest of the week are you're going to need to have your note taker. So I'm going to take it out of a special spot. You might have it in a folder or up on the refrigerator, but I had it in a Ziploc bag that I keep in my desk. You're going to need some writing tools like crayons and a pencil. So once you have all of those things, you're going to be ready to take notes. But you still don't know how to do research yet. So let's find out. Now, in order to answer who was Martin Luther King Jr., we're going to be doing some research. Now, what is research? Research is when we read, watch, or search information to answer a question. So today and tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you different ways that you can find books to read about Dr. Martin Luther King, how you can search and watch videos that can teach you about Dr. Martin Luther King, or how you can search in Clever on a website called Pebble Go that will get you some information that's geared for kindergartners to help you learn and answer our question, who was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? So let's go back to reading. Of course you can go to the library and base and go get out a book, and that will help you learn about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but we're supposed to be staying at home as much as possible. So one way that you can do this is go to MackinVia, which is our online library while we are in remote learning and even when we're in school. Now, if you don't know how to sign into MackinVia or how to get there, no problem. There's a link on the slides if you want to check out the slides for this writing project, or you can go into your Google Classroom. If you go into classwork and scroll down to specialists, Miss Wong has made a video called MackinVia and eBooks. And you want to think of MackinVia as kind of like going to the school library. So you can watch Miss Wong's video, and I'm also to find out how to do this on your own, or you can watch me. Start typing in our school name, Humphreys, and it'll start coming up. I see Humphreys Central, Humphreys High, Humphreys Middle School, and Humphreys West right down here on the bottom, Humphreys West Elementary. And you're going to click on it. And wait till we get to the login page. So once you get in the login page, you're going to click login. And you're going to sign in with Google. And you guys all know your Google account. And here you are at Humphreys West Elementary School. And this is just like a library. Now I'm going to search in Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the search bar. And all kinds of books are going to come up. And I can choose the book that's right for me. And I can see if these books are going to teach me about Dr. King. So I want you to do that research on your own. And you can read one book or 2 books. Maybe you can find out some more information with your moms and dads, or maybe you have your book at home about Dr. King that you would like to read. So I want you to go ahead and read those books. You can pause this video if you want to get started on your research right now. Or you can listen to me coming into the next thing, which is what to do with our note taker. So if you are ready to start our research on MackinVia, go ahead, pause that video. If you want to keep, pause it. Okay, now we're back. Maybe you've already finished up your research and you're ready to add to your note taker, but you don't know how. And maybe you wanted to finish watching the video to see what you're supposed to do. All right, so what I need to do is find out that I want to finish something, one of my columns today. So Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was. Now, one of the things that I learned about Dr. King is that he was a reverend. And now, reverend was, I added it up here on my word wall, right here. Reverend. That was his job. So I'm going to draw a picture of Dr. King. Right here. I'm going to use my brown. I need my brown because he had brown skin, and I need my black because he had black hair. He had black curly hair, so I'm going to add it curly. All right, it's okay to add your drawings. I'm going to color in make his smile and his skin. And I'm going to draw right here. He would wear robes when he would preach. Now, a reverend, I had to look it up to find out. A reverend is a preacher in church who talks and teaches people. And that was the job that he had. So now I have this here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to label my picture. So one of the things that I know is that he was a reverend. So you can see behind me I have my research word wall. Maybe you have an adult that helps you make a research word wall. If I have a word wall, I'm going to be finding the word reverend and copying it. Reverend. Reverend. And there you go. Now I have something I've added to my note taker, and I have something that Dr. King was. And I can practice saying my sentence. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a reverend. That's something I have in my notes. I can't wait to see the kinds of things you make in your notes. Go on to the next page and add a picture of your note taker so your teacher can see if you're on the right track. Have an awesome Osprey Day and happy researching.